up in the air, everybody. Hey, hey, hey! Welcome aboard, everybody. How are y'all doing today? Excited for the world-famous Universal Studios Hollywood tour? Wonderful. For those of you who are wondering who's speaking to you, my name is Christopher. I'm going to be taking over for half of this tour. This is my favorite thing to do of the day because I spend my days on IMDb, and when I watch movies and TV shows, I have it open because I know I've seen that actor somewhere. So I'm pretty sure if you do the same thing, you're going to love this tour. Now I have someone to introduce. That is my buddy. Everyone, let's take it here for Cassie. She's going to take over the other half of this tour as well. And then we have someone special for you all to cheer for. That is our driver, Steve. Steve Shaw to keep us safe as we take our trip through 400 acres. He's saving us a lot of walking. I put it for you. And with that, we're entering Universal City. We are our very own city, also with its very own fire station. Look to your right, that's a real live fire station with real firefighters here. And let's hear it for America's firefighters, everybody. Keeping us safe all down here. You see, we are entering down into Universal City, which was founded by a man named Carl Laemmle. That was our founder. And he knew that he wanted to create a city completely devoted to movie making. And when we had our opening day on March 15th, 1915, we started giving the studio tour, which was 25 cents. And since it was the silent era, you could actually watch them make movies live right in front of you. Bird Square because of its usage in the movie To Kill a Mockingbird with Gregory Peck. Now we are currently turning on to one of our most used areas here for big visual effects or action sequences. This is what we call New York Street. New York Street is a good area if you want to film a lot of visual effects sequences, and as you noticed, it was very long. That allows us to also use it for when we had American Ninja Warrior here. How many of you watch American Ninja Warrior? I've seen it a bit. Anytime they have ever said, we are live in downtown Los Angeles, guess what? They're lying to you. They've been filming it on that New York Street that was over there. And that because allows them to have full control of the environment when they film there. That street has also been used for movies like Chris Evans and Captain America: The First Avenger. Oh, it was also used in Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, including this area we're in, which is our London Square location. This has also been used in a few Austin Powers movies as well, whenever they're in the streets of London. But for Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw, they actually used London Square and some of our New York Street for a chase sequence that had Idris Elba on a motorcycle chasing after everyone. And let me give you a little tip of how you can tell when they're using actual footage of London and when they're actually using our backlot. Because it's always the footage that looks like it is the most patriotic day in England. Because there's going to be a bunch of Union Jacks everywhere, and it's going to look like they tried as hard as possible to make it look like London. That's when they would use this street here. This street, as I had mentioned, was used in Captain America: The First Avenger. This is the one where Chris Evans was running down the street chasing after the Hydra agent. Now, when they used this, since it was supposed to be Brooklyn during World War II, they also had to deal with the fact that they have this building here, this blue one right over here. This one doesn't look like any buildings from Brooklyn in the 1940s. So what they did was they actually surrounded it by various scaffolding to period location. And at this point, have your cameras ready and look to your left-hand side. You're going to see some of your favorite picture cards. First, you got the Hot Rod from American Community. That's the yellow car there. And then you've got the Ferrari from Magnum PI. Now that Ferrari, by the way, is a Ferrari shell. It uses a Volkswagen engine because Ferrari engines are too loud to film. Then you've got vehicles from the Back to the Future franchise coming along here. Ones that take you all the way back to the 1950s and ones to the far distant future of 2015. Then you've got vehicles from the Flintstones movies with John Goodman and Rick Moranis. Those, of course, are the original green cars possessing gas and still dinosaurs. You also have one of the Ford Anglias with Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. They have multiple ones in that movie so that they can film different scenes, sometimes only part of the car. And take a look at this gyrosphere from Jurassic World. What's missing on the gyrosphere there? The glass, that's right, because just like the glass that's right in front of me, it would have passed the reflection of the camera and the crew. So instead they added it with CGI later. Also, they wanted to make sure that their actors could breathe. Here on your left-hand side, you're going to see the Bradley Infantry Fighting Vehicle. That's that tank-like vehicle. That tank is made mostly out of plywood and PVC. The reason for that is because it was used in Transformers, directed by Michael Bay, who loves explosions. And it's much cheaper to blow up a fake tank than it is to use a real one. But when it comes to picture cars, my favorites are the self-driving Ford Explorers from Jurassic Park. And with that, I have someone special to introduce our next section.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Thank you so much, John Hammond, and welcome everybody to the Jurassic Park portion of the tour. On your left, you're going to see the cage from the Lost World, and on your right, you're going to see the boat used in Jurassic Park 3. We also have here the mobile lab from the Lost World Jurassic Park, which, by the way, is also made out of wood. And if you look at your screens, you're going to see the footage from that scene. Now take a look at the cliff that it is currently hanging over in that scene. You know what that cliff is? It's that parking garage from earlier. Yes! We have a nice cameo of dinosaurs, everybody! Oh no, that's terrible there. Steve? I'm so sorry, Steve, but it seems I might have dropped my phone. Alright folks, we have to back up a little bit. I've lost my phone. Please look out the window, let me know if this spot is. Let's see, maybe we can ask some of these dinosaurs. They're very smart. They can even open doors, they say. Did you see it? It looks like this. Oh, wait, I got it. Never mind, folks. We're going to continue on here. Hey, if you didn't like what came out of those dinosaurs, wait till you think comes out of this one. Get ready. 3, 2, 1. Absolutely nothing. Well, hey, you don't want to know what you're screaming. People pay good money for Dino DNA. We made 6 movies about it. Oh, believe me, there's definitely going to be more. Last one made $1 billion. Now, if you take a look over at that dinosaur that we passed, that was a representation of the Spinosaurus. And as you see the trees surrounding it, those tree stumps, are actually fake. They're made out of chicken wire and plaster. Just an example of how we can dress up a set in a different way, depending upon what we're filming. And then you might remember the first time you saw the T-Rex in Jurassic Park, it was when there were footsteps and you saw the ripples in the water. Do you know how they did that? Because if you ever walked by a cup, it will not make those ripples. So what happened was Phil Tippett, the set designer, ran a guitar string to the top all the way through the dashboard, and he was underneath fluffing it, and that's what made the ripples. And of course, rain was a great way to hide the early CGI, and we are now entering our own Mexico set, where we're going to get an example of how weather can be used to enhance a story. So while you're here, you'll hear thunder and see flashes of lightning, and then you might think something dark and ominous near. Maybe 2 rivals will arrive, have a shootout, who knows? But then, thanks to a sprinkler system and some gravity, you will get yourself a gentle rainfall. Now, an interesting thing about rain is it is very difficult to capture on camera. Especially if you're trying to record this right now, you probably notice you can barely see the rain. Yes! Now, if you ever watch football, baseball, and soccer on television and heard the commentators rain on video, that's why you have to...
Guys, it's raining, but you can't see it. You can see the water.
No, you can't see this rain. Don't worry about it, because eventually it'll build up and build up. And then maybe you might be caught in the middle of a flash flood, everybody. There would be water on it. Big Fat Liar with Paul Giamatti getting hit by that water. But check this. That is not Paul Giamatti, that's a stunt double. Meanwhile, Lady Gaga, when she did her Judas music video there, she stood in that flash flood herself and got hit by it. So 1 Lady Gaga, 0 Paul Giamatti. Over on your left is more of old Mexico. This was used in the Three Amigos with Steve Martin, Chevy Chase. It was also used in What's Love Got to Do with It with Angela Bassett, Lawrence Fishburne, where they had their wedding in Mexico filmed over here. And coming up, you're going to see a red door with a cross on it. That red door is Nacho Libre's house. The Nacho Libre star Jack Black. Now let's say goodbye to old Mexico and hello to the Old West. This is our most historic location. In fact, on the right-hand side, this stadium right over here is the oldest set still in existence here on the back lot. It dates to the 1940 for My Little Chickadee with Mae West and W.C. Fields. But this area still gets used to today. On your left is a nice brick house that was used by Quentin Tarantino in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This is where they filmed some basis for that television show, I think that's what we call The Lancet. It had really young streets, and you could film 6 movies all at the same time. But as sound went on, of course, they needed to have more control. Now, this area can also stand in for Australia as well. Right here on your right-hand side, this area was used in the movie Saving Mr. Banks for flashback sequences with Colin Farrell as the father of P.L. Travers, the writer of Mary Poppins. And of course, this area is famous for a lot of various shootouts with gunslingers. And here's a few examples of those.
You're just gonna stir things up here. But I am.
We hit the beach. I think that we should head up to a very particular beach. It's called Amity Island. Have you ever heard of it? But they do have a diver in the waters. My buddy George sweeping the area, just making sure that everything is totally fine. Yeah, my buddy George, boy, he really knows what he's doing. He has worked so much with those sharks over the years. Oh boy, George has sure got a lot of guts to stay in the water with those sharks. George? We're just gonna pull behind the totally fine behind the barrel of gasoline. That'll be totally fine. I'm coming back with Look out! It's Alright guys, now on the count of 3, I want you guys tell me what kind of shark that is. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Plastic. It's plastic. Now that is Bruce the Mechanical Shark, named and modeled after Bruce the Mechanical Shark, used in the filming of Steven Spielberg's Jaws. Now, his name Bruce, initially after Steven Spielberg's lawyer, he was named Bruce. He was a real shark in the courtroom. Now, our Bruce is a little different from Steven Spielberg's Bruce in the fact that he works. He always shows up on TV. But Spielberg's Bruce, however, did not. When they were making their Mechanical Shark, they were testing him in regular plain water. It wasn't salt water. So when they got on location to Martha's Vineyard, it was salt water and it corroded all of the mechanics. And their shark, on their very first day of filming, sank to the bottom of the ocean. They wound up running 100 days over schedule because of all of the malfunctions with their shark. Why the film wound up being released in the summer instead of in the previous winter in December. It's going to be a Christmas film, imagine that. But they wound up starting a trend of the summer blockbuster hit. Jaws was one of the first to be coined with that term. Now we're passing by some of our residential sets here. On your right-hand side, this White House is called the Chicken Ranch, named after the best little whorehouse in Texas, the film with Dolly Parton. The Chicken Ranch is a great example of a practical set. Behind it is one of those facades we were telling you about, with the front side. On your left-hand side, we're passing by the end of Colonial Street. Colonial Street is most famously recognized as being Wisteria Lane, all these coming that right outside. Colonial Street was on Never Have I Ever on Netflix. Now, we have worked so much with Steven Spielberg here at Universal Studios that we've named this road after him. We're headed up Spielberg Drive. But this road has another name. We also called it Wilderness Road. And if you take a look on either side of the trolley, I think you can guess why. We have about 80 acres of wilderness here on the lot. To get us to your characters in the middle of nowhere, where you can do it. But to get to the middle of nowhere, you're going to need some transportation. And coming up here on your right-hand side, we have some pretty fantastic modes of transportation. These are some more of our picture cars here. One of the first, that little green car in the back there, that's Mr. Bean's car from Mr. Bean's Holiday. We've also got the bright yellow Bumblebee Autobot Transformer there. Next to Bumblebee, that police car there is the Decepticon Barricade. And this yellow juice coupe up front, this is from the 1999 Mummy with Academy Award winner Brendan Fraser. We also have this black police vehicle here that is from the film Public Enemies with Johnny Depp. We've also got Smith's Piano Service, that's from Oh Brother, Where Art Thou with George Clooney. And we also have one of the vehicles from Furious 7 there as well. Now those vehicles are all parked out back there behind a little family-run business here on our lots. It's the Bates Motel. Now this place, weirdly enough, doesn't have the best reviews on Yelp. I don't know why. They're the owner here, Tornin Bates, that's him right there. He's a real sweetheart. I thought he was my type, but it turned out he was a mama's boy. But I hear the showers in this place are absolutely to die for. It looks like Norman might be helping a guest to their car at the moment. Like I said, he's a real sweetie. Oh, look at him. He's actually carrying her to her car. Oh, that's so...
Oh, he killed her.
That's so...
Oh, no.
We don't put ladies in their trunks.
Hey, Norman.
Uh-oh. Hey, Norman.
I see what you did.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. Norman? Oh, no. Oh, I don't...
Oh, he's coming. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, he's still watching us. Well, as we continue up this psychopath here, up at the top of the hill on your left-hand side is going to be the original Psycho Hill. Are the oldest original sets we still have in our office. Now, we narrowly averted disaster there with Norman, but we're going to roll right into another disaster. Welcome to the crash site of a Boeing 747 aircraft from Steven Spielberg. War from
No, I really didn't need to see this one.
Now, this is a real Boeing 747 lift.
Really?
It was purchased for the production out of a clay graveyard out in the desert. It was purchased for about $60,000. Quite a steal, if you ask me. I think just one of those sections of aircraft is bigger than my apartment. But it did cost them about $200,000 just to ship it over here for the set. Which just goes to show folks, it really doesn't matter who you are. You could be Steven Spielberg himself. They are still going to get you with the shipping. Now, they had to chop up the plane into these main 4 sections you see here. And they had to put them on a whole fleet of flatbed trucks and take them at night down the LA freeway when they're dealing with traffic and bring them over here to this set. Now, you'll notice the roof of the airplane is completely gone. Now, that was initially done for the transport of the plane here to the set. They took the roof off so that it would fit underneath those LA freeways. But then once they got it here and they set it up, they had planned to reattach the roof, but director Steven Spielberg loved the look of it like this so much, he told them, leave it off, I don't want it. I want it exactly like that. They just roughed up the edge a little bit to make it look like the roof had been torn off. Now, another thing you may notice is that all of the aircraft seats are empty. Now, that was done on purpose. Director Steven Spielberg thought it was more haunting what you didn't see than what you did. So rather than fill all of the plane seats with dummies or extras, he decided to leave them empty. That way, when you watch the scene, it's left up to your imagination to fill in the blanks of what must have happened to all of the plane's passengers. Now, that's an effect that director Jordan Peele calls the Jaws effect, as you'll also see that effect of creating tension by showing you, or not showing you, what's there. So, Mary Shelley Frankenstein is quite the icon. It is very recognizable. And Frankenstein, the film Real Animation Studios, all right here in this valley. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed your behind-the-scenes look at one of the largest and busiest movie studios here in Los Angeles. We are approaching the end of our tour here, and we will be returning to the theme park very shortly. Now, I know we've talked to you a lot about how films are made. We've peeled back the curtain a little bit. I hope we haven't ruined too much of the magic for you. I hope we've enhanced it. Now, every time when you go back and watch your films, you can piece together how it's made and see some places you may even recognize having been. Now, in just a moment, we'll be pulling up to our unloading area here, right where we got on the trolley. This will be the last time we are getting off of this trolley, so please make sure you bring all of your belongings with you as you exit the trolley. And if you have any trash with you, please take that off as well. There will be trash cans right out here. You can leave your 3D glasses in the seat Chris is sitting in right now. Don't set them on him. Wait for him to stand up. Set them down in that seat there. Also, feel free to grab one more water bottle. This is the last time complimentary water will be offered. Thank you guys so much for coming. Please, you all right, sweetie? Are you okay? Please thank our driver, Steve,
everybody! And let's hear it for Cassie!
Oh, and how about a big old happy birthday to Chris?
Happy birthday!
All right, Chris's group, lovely to meet you. Lovely to see you. Enjoy the rest of your day here. My group, I'll see you right off of the trolley. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Drive. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Take care. Thank you. You too.
What do y'all think of the studio tour?
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Yeah. And if you ever do Halloween Horror Nights, try doing our